What is up, everybody? My name is Aaron.
My name's Kyra.
And this is Aaron and Kyra. You may have seen us and you may know us from AK Adventures, which is our exclusive travel content. But this channel is for our everyday lifestyle vlogs. And we're super excited to share a little bit more about Aaron and Kyra.
So we asked you all on Instagram to send us some questions anonymously. So you guys sent in, some of y'all sent in some crazy questions.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
but we're
did.
going to answer them. Okay? So let's get right into it. The first question, which a lot of people ask this, is how did we meet? And this question in particular says, a follow-up, what is Aaron's skin routine?
All right.
Nothing like, they like your skin, Aaron.
Right. Y'all see it's glistening up here. So, Kyra and I actually met at church, and we were introduced through a mutual friend. From there, it kind of I was about to say growed. Jesus. We started our acquaintanceship at church. And then from there, acquaintanceship, friendship, and then boyfriend, girlfriend, and then fiance and fiance.
Not fiance.
And then now we're husband and wife.
That's pretty much it. But there's so much more that goes to, there's
So
so
much
much
more
that
to that
goes
story.
into our story.
Yeah.
To give a little more context, the first time I ever saw Aaron was at a summer camp. I was 13 years old. Me and Aaron are 3 years apart. You were either 15 or 16.
Mm-hmm.
It was summertime though, so how old were you? You were 16.
16 probably.
Yeah. You know when you're 13 years old, you think like a 16-year-old, whoa, that's a man. That's a man. So I just had a crush on him. I thought he was cute at 16. And the funny thing is, me and some of my other friends had a crush on him too. But sweetie, he mine. This my man, my man, my man. But we just thought he was cute, but we thought he was an older boy, which technically he was. If you're 13 looking at a 16-year-old, then that is an older boy. He had no idea who I was, didn't even exist in his world.
But y'all see, years later, she finessed the system.
No. No.
And you see where we are now. Skin routine.
Oh, yeah.
I am not as good as y'all think I am. I've been trying to work with Kyra very lately. I've been trying to be on it. When I shower, do a face scrub, not a face scrub, face wash.
Face wash, yeah.
Face wash.
Cleanser.
And then I do cleansing pads. That have witch hazel on it. I think it helps me to maintain quote unquote healthy skin.
Right.
I have to use that in quote because some days, we break out. Both of us break out.
Yeah, but the skin is still healthy skin though,
yeah.
despite breakouts. I always say, I know y'all didn't ask me about my skincare routine. Y'all asked Aaron, but I always say I never strive to have perfect skin because that's not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many environmental factors, hormonal factors that play into your skin to strive to never have a pimple, to never have any hyperpigmentation. It's not realistic. So I never strive for perfect skin. I strive to have healthy skin. There is a difference. It's just about how you maintain and take care of your skin every day. Cruise or all-inclusive resort?
You want to answer this one?
I will say the answer is both.
Both.
We cannot decide one or the other because we love both for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. And we actually haven't been to that many all-inclusive resorts.
But we're working on that.
We are working on that.
We're working on that.
Because really, if you think about it, a cruise is an all-inclusive resort.
It's just on the water.
Yeah, that's exactly what a cruise is. But sometimes cruises offer more than all-inclusive resorts do. Actually, a lot of times they do.
Entertainment, all that stuff. Yeah.
Better the all-inclusive resort entertainment don't be all that good.
This is the I think the kicker with all-inclusive resorts. A lot of the times they have very picturesque places that cruise ships sometimes are found lacking in.
And I think the biggest thing about a resort is you can actually explore where you are. And you can take more time because you're there for at least 4 days, 5 days. Yep. When you're on a cruise, you're in a place for a day and then you go to the next place. So They have pros and cons, but we can't decide. We love both.
Yep.
Being able to travel well with your partner is important. Do you have any travel challenges or annoyances with each other?
Ooh-wee. All right, so like being able to travel and not kill each other is a blessing, right?
Kill each other.
You know what I'm talking about. My biggest thing when it comes to traveling for Kyra, and her biggest thing as it comes to traveling for me, are two sides of the same coin. Okay? Because for me, I'm like, wait, ain't this supposed to be vacation? Can we just take a breather, just take a minute? And I just feel like Kyra finds energy in places that there's no energy, or should be no energy at all. I have no idea.
It's within me.
For those that came over from AK Events, you already know when 9 o'clock is 9 o'clock. It's time for me to lay my head in the bed. Really and truthfully, that's the only point of tension for us when we travel.
Right, yeah. So Aaron goes to bed early.
Yeah. That's the only point of tension.
And I like to go out, I like to take a nap in the middle of the day so that in the evening we can go to dinner, we can change, and then we can go out and do other things. But Aaron is pretty much done at around 9 o'clock. So that is our main issue, or that's our main challenge, is that I want to go out and do nighttime activities, but he wants to stay in the room, which neither one of us are wrong for wanting those things, but they're opposite things.
Right, two sides of the same coin.
Yeah. When it comes to having the vlogging aspect on top of our travel, that can be
a stressor
at times, because instead of us just being out enjoying our trips for all they have to offer, we're trying to make sure we're capturing content. And so sometimes I'll be like, oh, make sure you get a shot of this, or Aaron will be like, let's stop here and do this, and it's like we don't want to do that, or we have to reshoot things. Sometimes that can be stressful, but we try really hard to balance that, because it is kind of work for us. We do not travel full time. This is not our jobs. But we do treat it as work, because we're hoping to get to that point where we can do it full time. But at the end of the day, it's all love. Oh my God, you kissed me with lip gloss. Now you're going to wipe it off. What is our dream vacation?
Ooh. So for those that don't know, we just came back from Italy in September, and that was chef's kiss.
Italy, Greece.
Was chef's kiss on one of our bucket list trips.
Yes.
And it kind of lit a fire within Kyra and I, and we want to do a lot more international travel, not necessarily to the Caribbean area or Mexico, different continents, because, I mean, really and truthfully, guys, we fit a lot into that 9 days that we were going.
We did, and we were dead tired.
Yeah, but we will never forget that trip.
Never
forget that trip.
That was the best trip that we've been
taken
on
in my life.
In our lives.
In my life, yeah. One of our favorite travel vlogger creators are Kyra and Nate, and if you know anything about Kyra and Nate,
the travel kings and queens,
right? They are legitimately somewhere all the time.
Yeah,
they are our goals.
For sure.
We definitely want to travel like that.
Yeah.
But
we didn't even answer the question. Our dream vacation. Or were you saying that was a dream?
Yeah, I mean international travel.
But what location would you say is your dream?
Bali or China. Or no. Africa. Anywhere in Africa. South Africa, somewhere. Yeah, Nigeria, wherever.
So you just gave a top 3. Bali, China, or Africa.
Yeah.
I want to go to Africa. My number one dream vacation is to go to Japan.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Asian. I want to go to
we love
Japan.
Asian culture.
Yeah. Asian culture, but specifically Japan for me. And then my third destination will probably be like Bora Bora or the Maldives. So that's my top 3. And we gonna go to all those places we just said.
Yep.
We're gonna make it happen. Did you feel comfortable in Europe? It didn't look like a lot of tan people there. I think you mean like people of color.
It was a positive experience for us.
It was.
You feel the same way?
I think people were like friendly and nice to us. We didn't have any issues with racism, nothing that we picked up on.
Right.
And that's something that we can obviously pick up on very easily. I was a little bit nervous because I have heard of racism in Italy and things like that, but everybody was kind to us.
We saw people staring at us. But it could have, it could have been because we were black, but it also could have been because we had a camera rig that we were carrying around talking to. So
correct.
That was a spectacle in and of itself, but there was no overt, just heinous racism that we experienced.
Yeah. I like to think they're looking at us because we're beautiful.
You're very beautiful.
And our skin was glistening in the European sun.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all.
Because it was.
It was a vibe out there.
Yeah, it was.
really was a vibe out there.
Okay, next question. Favorite cruise line?
Ooh. You go first.
Okay, so we've been on most of the cruise lines at this point. We have
most of the major cruise
Yeah,
lines.
most of the major ones. We have a few more to get to, and we do plan to hopefully try them out at some point in our life, but come on, y'all. If y'all know me, then you know what the answer is. My favorite cruise line is Disney.
Disney.
Don't play with them.
I ain't gonna lie. Disney's top 3 for me. Royal and Disney, in different ways, offer the same level of quality. Okay?
I agree.
Those 2 are definitely top 1, top 2. Number 3, probably Carnival, because we've been on it so much.
Period.
Because we've been on it so much.
I always have a deep love for Carnival. They've got a lot of things to work out. They do. We've never had more fun on any other cruise line besides Carnival. They truly are the fun ships, and their Excel class, they're making improvements. And I will always love Carnival. I just have the best time on a Carnival cruise. But yeah, Disney, hello.
Yeah.
I mean, the level of service we get it's unmatched. If you are a Disney fan, you need to go on a Disney cruise, period. If you're not a big Disney fan, then, I mean, I don't know if I'm really going to recommend for you. Yeah. It wouldn't really make sense, to be honest. All right, so this is not a question. This is just a statement. Just a statement that you two are my favorite travel couple, and your videos have come a long way since the beginning. Oh,
very kind.
Hopefully, I will get a chance to meet in person and grab an autograph.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be worth that. You might want to burn the paper. No, but that's super kind of you. Thank you so much. We are really, really intentional about improving our content and our quality, and thank you so much for saying that.
What motivated you to start your YouTube channel? And what encouraging words can you give to start one, being shy and all?
Ooh. So it was just like happenstance that we did this. It was no intention.
It was
nothing.
all you, Aaron.
Right. It was no intention behind it or nothing like that. I was like, man, we should vlog. And this was our first real vacation that we took.
As a married couple.
As a married couple, which was on the Splendor, which is on our channel. But it was just like a spur of the moment, maybe we should vlog. And it kind of like, I think on that first series, we started from 0 and we got over 1,000 subscribers. And we were like, maybe it's something to this thing. For those that are looking to start vlogging, just grab your iPhone. And start vlogging. The cameras on your iPhone are pretty much great quality to start off with. And then as you grow, you can grow your equipment and then put out better quality videos.
Find something that you love and go for it.
Yep. Everybody has a lane on YouTube. Everybody has a lane on YouTube.
Literally everybody. I like to watch people eat. I like to watch people crinkle up and do their little sounds. Like
nothing to it but to do it.
Right. Next question. Oh, this one's a little bit spicy. That sounded good, didn't it?
It did not. But we can move.
Mercy. Wow. Have you ever had a negative experience with any fellow travel vloggers?
Ooh.
And someone else asked a question like this too. Is the YouTube community friendly for the most part? Do you get along with your fellow vloggers? And are there ones that are just plain rude and nasty? I love watching you guys and think you two are the most positive. Oh, thank you. And wondered if everyone gets along.
So Kyra and I, we can't speak for nobody else, but Kyra and I get along with everybody.
We do.
Now, with Kyra and I, we also come with a level of discernment.
Yeah.
That we, we'll give each other the eye and just be like, yeah.
I don't think it's realistic to think that every community in life is 100% like hunky-dory. But as far as all the creators that we have met, majority, like there's like one or two bad apples, okay? Just little bad apples. For us, like Aaron said, we have not personally had bad experiences with them. It's kind of things that we've seen and other situations, and we just kind of know, like, okay, we get along well with everyone, but there's just some people we really don't care to necessarily have a much deeper, closer relationship because our intentions don't align. The genuineness does not align. It's something that...
And that's okay.
And that is okay. Yeah. It's just something we picked up on, or we can pick up on easily, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
This was another question. We already answered it, though, earlier. Favorite cruise ever taken? That was the Odyssey when we went to Europe. So we answered that question.
The next question is, has cruising kept your marriage as content and joyous as you both always seem to be?
Yes.
You take the lead on this one.
Okay, sure. So our travels that we have done together, they definitely help enrich and grow our marriage because we're doing these amazing new experiences together. And it's just a way for us to bond more. We're creating more memories, and all these experiences are just things that we will never forget. We talk all the time about like old trips, and we're like, wow, I can't believe we did that. That was so amazing. And we're just together, and it's like, wow, we can't believe we got to experience that together.
It's one of the things that we prioritize, even above, tangible gift giving. We prioritize, not to say we don't like gifts.
Yeah.
But if you give me a trip, that's the gift I'm gonna take 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And it also helps us to be able to step away from the hustle and bustle of the 9 to 5. Even though neither of us have really a conventional schedule when it comes to the 9 to 5, it's always good to step back and unplug. Have you ever been fired from a job?
No.
But we have left a lot of jobs.
I was about to say, have I left and not came back?
Right. Bye.
Yes.
Like, no. We have left a lot of jobs.
Not a lot. Don't say a lot.
I've left a lot. So
like with no 2 weeks notice?
With no 2 weeks notice.
Ooh.
So, and that's bad. The first one was I used to work at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Not you listing.
And I was like,
you didn't give it 2 weeks
no.
notice?
I was like, this is my last day, y'all.
Oh, shoot. We've never been fired from a job. Never. But we done stepped out and never came back.
I'm going to get some milk.
We surely have. I've done it twice.
Now she, Kyra was wilding. Once she was ready to leave and she wasn't trying to put in 2 weeks for it. I don't even think she put in 2 weeks.
I left.
I think when
I didn't even tell them.
Once I got my hire letter, she that week she was done.
I was done. They never saw me again. When I walked out, I said, bye, see y'all tomorrow. for my next shift, and I never
Like
came
she
back.
was done.
I never came back. Okay, next question. Advice for a successful marriage. We had a couple people ask us this question.
So, first of all, thank you for perceiving that we have a successful marriage. And I would count it successful.
Yeah, we
I
do
would.
have a
I really
successful.
would count it for success. However, the realities are we don't always get along. We do have disagreements. The major key that Kyra has brought me into better learning is when it comes to communication.
That's what I was going to say.
That's a major key in our marriage. And not to delve too much into this, but historically speaking, African American community does not see productive communication a lot. Mm-hmm. And that affects us in the long run, especially when we're trying to come together with a whole different other individual and trying to form something from the ground up. With that, we have to try to be intentional about effective communication in our marriage.
And it's something that you will always be working on doing better with. Like, we're still working on that now, and we will continue to. But communication, you have to be able to speak openly with your partner. You have to be able to be vulnerable with them. And you have to also be willing to talk to them about the hard topics that might like hurt each other's feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying that in a way to where you're speaking harshly to your partner or anything like that.
The only way that we can have a successful marriage is if two people are trying 100% of the time.
That's facts. Because it's not realistic to think. So me personally, I do not look at any, and I encourage everyone watching this, do not look at anybody's relationship on social media and think, wow, their relationship is so perfect. Or any family vloggers, you look at their family as an aspect, they have children, oh, they are the perfect family.
You don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Nobody is perfect. Yeah. And we're not speaking in extremes, but it's not realistic to think that people do not have disagreements, do not, argue from time to time. Sometimes, like, we just need our space from each other. Like, and all of that is completely normal and it's natural. Thankfully, the Lord has blessed us and He's working on us, and we do have a good marriage. And I'm happy with our relationship and where we are currently.
Yeah, we had some really, like, 2020?
2020 was not cute.
Like, 2020 was a year for us. Like,
not cute.
Y'all.
Like, and I know a lot of couples got a divorce because of the pandemic.
The pandemic was like, it was the make or break in a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
It was like,
doggone it.
Y'all love each other? Let's test that.
Like, let's actually see.
Let's test that. But I think it made us stronger and learn choosing to love one another. Successful marriages do not happen by osmosis. You have to choose to love your spouse. She has to choose to love you. I'm choosing to love her, or she's choosing to love me, and I'm not choosing to do that in return. You are literally loving a brick wall.
He preaching now.
I'm not.
Y'all better stop. He about to start preaching in a minute. Hi, I love your channel. Thanks.
Very kind.
My question is, do you ever fight?
Oh,
that goes back into the last question a little bit.
One of the things that we've incorporated in our marriage in the past year is couples therapy.
Everybody needs therapy. For your own self, for your couples, anything you can get therapy for, then just get it.
Yeah. Like, and I'm telling y'all, they were like, no, y'all, this is what y'all...
Yeah, like, we really thought we were going through.
This is what y'all facing?
Yeah, and they were like, y'all are doing fine. You just need to, like, talk more.
Yeah, it's like... They were like, y'all don't need monthly, like, I'll see y'all in 6 months. We said all that to say, we absolutely have disagreements.
We don't do screaming matches.
No.
We don't call each other out of our names.
We don't cuss we don't even cuss at each other.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't play about that.
Yeah.
We don't throw around divorce in any regard. We don't play like that. Don't play like that. It's just so you just gotta Yes.
Communication.
It's communication.
Communication.
And I'm telling you now, every single couple on the face of this earth has disagreements and has arguments.
Yep.
Do not think there's not a single couple that does not.
That lives under the same roof?
There is not a single one.
Shoot.
Next question. Where does Bruno stay when you travel?
Great question. Bruno is the most expensive piece of dog I have ever seen in my life.
Not piece of dog.
Piece of dog. He loves his dog sit.
He just loves her. And she sends us pictures every single day.
Really good.
Which is so nice. We want to make sure that he's comfortable and that he's not stressed out.
And he's
how
he acts at home, he acts over at her house.
Yeah, which is how we know that he's comfortable.
Yeah.
One of the main questions that a ton of y'all asked us, how do we afford to travel often?
As far as, booking the trip, I leave that to Kyra because Kyra is a travel agent.
As a travel agent, you can get a lot of reduced rates on things. I feel like a lot of people think this stuff is just like
free.
$2.
Oh,
no,
it's not
it
free.
Still costs, but it is just you just get a slight discount.
Right.
Before I became a travel agent, the big thing that I really did is I just shopped for deals. We were willing to travel to a nearby airport that would be cheaper than our home airport.
Any airport is cheaper than our
Oh my gosh, always,
airport.
wherever we
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
We never were against budget airlines, so we flew Spirit a lot when we lived in Atlanta.
Now we done got a taste for the finer things.
And I'll still fly Spirit to this day.
Well, if we're doing a day trip to Florida, we're gonna fly. Because we only have our backpacks.
If the flight time is like 2.5 hours or less, then I'll get on a Spirit flight in a minute. Like, don't play. We traveled in the off season a lot. So in the beginning, we would travel in December, or we travel in January. We travel in September. That's peak hurricane season. So you get a lot of discounted prices and things like that. So it's cheaper.
As far as our traveling and our frequency in traveling, it's all managed based off of, we live off of one experience. I'm talking about everything is taken care of from one income, so that the additional income is that money that we can spend for travel.
For us, we prioritize what is important. Travel is important to us. If you want to travel more, you have to either decrease your expenses or you have to increase your income. Ideally, if you do both, you're in a great spot.
Yeah.
That's what we have done. We have decreased our expenses and we have increased our income.
Yeah.
For example, as far as things that we've cut out, we don't go out to eat often. Like, we don't go and sit down in restaurants like 2 to 3 times a week. That stuff adds up. We don't spend a lot of money on new clothes. We will rewear clothes happily with no problem.
Too bougie on that thing.
Yeah. At this point now, YouTube is not our job. It's not our full-time job, but we do now earn income from YouTube, which is really great that our travel has had some payoff in a monetary sense. It's not enough to cover all of our expenses, but it does help a lot. So, and for you, there's 1,000,001 ways to make money these days. So just find ways to get you a little extra income, pick up a little side job or a side hustle, something like that, so you can increase your expenses, or, try to get a new job that pays a little more. That way you'll be able to travel more.
Yep.
Luckily for us, we have flexible schedules, so we are able to take time off, but we are strategic in the way we take our time off, so that we are able to travel more. There's ways to make it work, y'all. You can really do it. Like, we are not rich. And all of our bills, all of our things are taken care of at home first before we travel. So
so we don't travel robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Come on.
No, right. So listen, we ain't never traveled and then we came back and the lights was off.
Oh,
we ain't never traveled and came back and the car was gone. Like, we paying our bills.
yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so please don't. We are not recommending for you
Not the lights are off.
to man, I want to go on this trip so bad, I ain't going to pay these bills.
It's not worth it.
You ain't got power at home now?
You taking a shower in the cold because you want to go to Florida? Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this first part of our Q&A. We hope that you learned a little bit more about us. And if you have not subscribed, please do us a favor and subscribe to this channel so we can grow and do more stuff on this channel, showing you daily, well, not daily, but more regularly, what we do on a daily basis.
This is only part 1. Part 2 is about to get real juicy. Y'all ask some juicy questions. So you have to be subscribed.
Yeah.
So you don't miss
Turn
part
that
2.
notification bell on.
Yes. We hope you guys appreciated and enjoyed this video. Hope you appreciated the transparency.
Yes.
And that we've encouraged some of you all in some way. And that you just enjoy getting to know us a little bit more.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys in part 2.
Peace.
Bye.